According to movie critic Brian Orndorf, Saw is as bad as Showgirls. Yeah. What's up, you guys? If it's your first time here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the little bell right next to it. Also, hit the like button to let us know that you liked the video. Now let's take a look at this stupid critic. The debut feature for writer-director James Wan, Saw looks to put a little pizzazz back into the stone-dead horror genre with heaps of perverse visuals and a killer concept that is ripe for the taking. And I can't wait to hear why you think he failed. Because that's the only reason you would start things this way. It's like saying no offense and then saying, wow, aren't you the ugliest person in that picture? What we actually get with Saw is a profusion of great ideas repeatedly sabotaged by Wan's catastrophically limited range as a filmmaker. It might be limited budget? It's a really low budget film. I don't know if it's range. They were in college and they had no money and made a movie that works like a movie that people love. It seems like he worked outside of his limited range. Like, you could probably do a biopic on him and it'll feel like you're watching the story of Tupac. That's not true. Okay. It's more of a Biggie story. The sheer amount of exposition in Saw is both absurd and annoying, with the film's clunky storytelling devices. A flashback within a flashback is a favorite, routinely interrupting the pace of the film. I mean, this story kind of needs some explaining. If you don't explain the game, you don't understand the game. If you don't explain the backstories, you don't understand why you would give a crap about the people playing the game. You can't just have someone in a room who's got to cut his foot off and just leave it at that. It's just this guy sawing his leg off and it's like, the end. We took out all the story. Do you like the story? Or severing the artery of the devilish fun that should be happening. Saw is relentless only in its desire to make sure the audience understands everything they are watching. First of all, the severing the artery comment, fuck you, that was dumb, I get it. Second of all, why is it bad to have the audience understand things? They don't really know what's going on. They're trying to piece it together, so you have to give them some sort of information to go on. Wan and his co-writer and co-star, Leigh Whannell, stack the cards against themselves at the outset by only cobbling together about 5 minutes of good ideas, including a moral that was better served in Fight Club, and eventually suffocating them in an effort to drag this disaster out to 100 minutes. 5-minute concept? It's like, wanna play a game? Too bad, we ran out of time. Sorry. First rule of Saw is you don't talk about Saw. The second rule of Saw is you don't talk about Saw. And then the third rule of Saw is that tonight you're all sawing. Yeah, that doesn't really work. Turns out Jigsaw and the foot are the same person. You can sense the stretch marks all over the film. That's a weird superhero power. You should do the hiring at strip clubs. You can avoid half of the unwanted tryouts. From Wan's insistence that every sequence have some type of unexplained tension to the "what planet are they from" finale, which lumbers on its robust stupidity for an eternity. This is a really short movie. You're acting like they made like the longest movie ever. It had a ending, like one ending. And it wasn't that long. And most people talked about it and were like, holy shit, that ending. Did you watch Lord of the Rings accidentally? Saw works like this. If a scene isn't pointless or expository, it's endless. I mean, I guess that's a metaphor for most people's lives. Depression. It's really funny to say depression while smiling. Depression. Wan has the defense of this being his first film, which is obvious from his Gap commercial-like shooting style. What fucking Gap commercial are you watching? Who's selling denim and plaid using bleach bypass and blood? I mean, other than American Eagle. Wanna play a game? In these cargo capris? 50% off for summer. It's summer! I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm not sure it's fair to blame the cast of the film for their collective awfulness. I'm not sure I could blame you. I'll just insult the shit out of you. That's cool. It's like some bratty kid. Hey, it's not your fault you're a little shit. Considering that they are just carrying out Wan's clueless wishes. Still, that doesn't excuse them entirely, and if every year has a Showgirls, Saw is the prime candidate for 2004. That's a weird thing to say. Now I'm just picturing Elizabeth Berkley licking a saw instead of a stripper pole. Actually, that's kind of hot. I would classify star Cary Elwes' acting in the film as a peculiar amalgamation of his co-stars' styles. The Razzies should polish their trophy up now because I can't imagine a worse performance this year. Feel like we need to find a worse performance. Let's do that. All right, just looked it up, and in 2004, we were given the movie From Justin to Kelly, which, to be honest, it's like someone took a shit on a shit and then told it to sing. As the sniveling Dr. Gordon, Elwes huffs and puffs, moans and groans, and generally whimpers his way through the entire film because he's chained up and told to saw his fucking— Are you kidding me? What else would you do? He made too many sounds of discomfort. He's not comfortable. It should come as no surprise that for the climax, Wan pulls out every last horror trick he could think of. Man, it sucks that he did a good job as a director and used all the tricks that he knew in the genre he made a movie. Bad. Bad Wan. But to expect the audience to accept the eventual revelation behind the identity of the Jigsaw killer is a flat-out slap in the face, summing up the immersed letdown Saw genuinely is. How is it a slap in the face? And if it is a slap in the face, it's the slap in the face that's like, holy crap, I didn't realize that was crazy with a crazy twist. Which is generally the reaction everybody had. Except maybe not as weirdly done as I just did. Thank you guys so much for watching. If it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button and that little bell right next to it. Also, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button to let us know. And if you want to see another one, click one of the ones on the screen. And until we see you guys next time, geek out and game on.